What's up, guys? We're back with another arm day. I'm starting with chin-ups. I just didn't really get much of this exercise recorded, so this is like my third set, but it's the only one I got on camera. Then we're going to move over to close grip bench. Yes, stay with me. I know. We said it's arm day, and first I started with chin-ups, and now I'm doing close grip bench, and that seems like it makes no sense. But I really like to do these big compound movements with arm day because arms are used in every exercise. So I like to start out with a couple of stronger, bigger things first. Also, triceps benching is one of the best things, especially close grip. And then wide grip chin-ups or regular chin-ups are some of the best bicep activity.
What's up, bro? Absolutely. I'm feeling you don't mind the picture. I don't care. Thanks. No problem, bro.
Okay, I'm back. I just was really excited that I recorded my first gym interaction, and it was just nice. It was two guys being nice. And here I am. I stayed with 135 for the first couple sets, but also shout out to that guy. I didn't even get his name, but the dude that I'm splitting bench with right now, he had me go 5 pounds heavier. So here's 145. Close grip bench, really no different than bench. Just when your grip is closer, forces you to keep your elbows closer to your rib cage and use more of your triceps rather than your chest. But it's still heavy on a chest exercise too. It works both muscles, but tries to target the triceps, and it's good for strength. I'm pausing right there just because I know I can handle that weight, and it's good to explode. All right, right here we're gonna move on to seated dumbbell curls. I'm trying to supinate, which if anyone doesn't know what supination means, it means you're trying to twist that pinky outwards. A lot of humans, their wrists are neutral, and then when they lift, it's almost like a natural hammer curl. But I like to supinate my wrists on my curls. It's good for the peak of your bicep, and yeah, definitely. I'm gonna bang out a few sets here. Oh, big reveal. Nothing. It's all right. We're going to get back to it. Pretty decent lighting here, actually. I'm pretty skinny, and I've been working out a long time, so I'm a pretty vascular guy. But on arm day, it's a different beast. I like to really take my time on these. I don't go heavier than like 20s, 25s usually. Every once in a while, I'll grab. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna grab the 30s next, but I have to stand in order to do them because even though I don't literally swing them, I would rather do them standing just in case I have to cheat a little bit. Just because I'm aware. All right, right here we're gonna do dumbbell skull crushers. I think I'm starting with 20 pounds right here. It kind of looks like I'm snapping it at the end. I think it's just because I sped the footage up a little bit. And also this first set is really light, and I'm trying to do full range of motion with all my reps. If you've seen any of my other videos, I caught myself doing half reps on dips and push-ups and whatnot. So it's full reps from here on out. But you're going to see that these are going to get a little bit more tiring. And then I'm going to move on to 25s right here. And I bang them out. They move pretty well, but you can tell that I went heavier because it slows down. And also you want to keep your elbows in and tucked, and you don't want to move them backwards and forwards. You want to try to keep them, the only thing moving should be your forearms on this one plane. There you go, really using the triceps only. Again, I don't really have strength as a main goal. I'm an overall athlete. I play basketball, I bicycle, I work out at the gym 5 days a week. But if you are out there trying to get stronger, these dumbbell skull crushers are a little different because I'm actually touching the inside of the dumbbell to my shoulder, which is just a really good stretch on the tricep. It's good to increase your bench press. All right, we're going to move on to some cable curls right here, guys. Basic cues are where you're going to try to keep your chest up, your chest out and presented, and move your arms a little bit forward. It just activates your biceps a little more. I'm not talking about so forward that you put your shoulders at risk, but I'm talking about just, so you see that little shift right there? Just that little half-inch shift forward, and it puts that bar puts way more tension on your biceps instead of just having your elbows back tucked into your rib cage. But I don't know what your cables look like. These are pretty light. My cables, I think I'm only doing like 20 or 25 right here. So nothing crazy, but I just want to make sure that I'm going down all the way. And at the top, I want a good squeeze. I want to make sure that I'm feeling it in my bicep and nowhere else. I didn't do any type of hammer movements today, so everything was supinated. The peak of my bicep is pretty cooked, I'm not going to lie. I'm still playing around with angles and stuff. I didn't know how far away to be from the camera, so we're getting it all together. This is going to be tricep pushdowns, and I don't know how much I sped it up here, but I should, because this is pretty light. After heavy bench press, close grip bench press, and then skull crushers, which are a big stressor on the long head of your tricep, I just really wanted to get some reps here. So crucial cue right here, I turned the hat around so the cable's no longer hitting the brim of my hat, and I can bring the cable closer to my waist. I'm basically being funny, but in reality it does help a lot, because now that cable can come close to my waist and I'm getting a better squeeze on my tricep. You can actually see my tricep squeezing more in this angle than the other angle. And I don't think it has anything to do with anything else but that hat being turned around. So that actually is a big help. Also, guys, I leave these videos pretty raw and unfiltered. If you ever want a quicker version, just follow my channel, and on YouTube Shorts, I'm going to put a much quicker, sped up version of this workout on YouTube Shorts every single time. But other than that, I'll be sharing the long videos on YouTube regular. So drink your water, and I'll see you again tomorrow.